Stop wasting paper. Christmas is a fake holiday. This didn't meet my expectations. And why didn't you tell us you were banning power strips? Time for some cruise comments. Good Saturday morning, everybody. Chris here with High Seas Cruising, and welcome to today's video. And we are back. We have some new cruise comments for you this week. People that know what needs to be changed. They know how everybody wants to cruise. They know exactly what everybody is doing on board a cruise ship and why the cruise lines is not doing it the right way. And they are here to tell you what needs to be fixed. So let's jump into today's comments. Let's find out, are these people right? Are these people wrong? Are they speaking for everybody out there? First up today, we're going to talk about the wasting of paper on board Carnival cruise ships. You see, Carnival cruise lines, they print their fun times out on paper. They put them in your cruise cabin. But I mean, why is Carnival doing this? Let's be honest. Nobody reads them, right? Nobody wants them. Carnival should be thinking more about the planet than they should be about passengers on board the ship. You can get it on your app. So it's just become an unnecessary thing that all cruisers want gone. I wonder if that's true. I wonder if what this person wrote in the comment is really what everybody thinks and feels. Question. Just back from my Legend cruise, don't you agree by now Carnival should have come up with some kind of alternative to wasting all that paper in the fun times? Nobody reads it. I am a proud member of Cool Earth. We must protect nature. We must protect the rainforest. You have the Carnival app, so why can't you present this info to people only electronically? There just has to be a better way. I wish you would care more, John, if you could influence this if you did care. All right, so Carnival Fun Times printed on paper and nobody reads it. And I'm going to have to say right then and there, that is 100% a false statement. And here's why I say that. See, after COVID, when cruising restarted, Carnival actually stopped putting the fun times on paper and only offered it through the app electronically. They've already done that. They already tried that. Cruisers were not happy about that. They wanted the paper fun times back. I've read comment after comment about people who want and use the paper copy of the fun times. So to say nobody reads it, you're already putting information in your comment that is just not true. Had they even read the comments below this comment over on John Heald's Facebook page, they would have immediately realized they were wrong. There are plenty of people that do read it. They use it, they mark on it, they highlight it, they circle what they want to do, they keep it in their pocket because they put their phones away. They turn them off. They unplug for their cruise vacation, and the paper copy is how they plan their day. But now, if you are someone who does not want that paper copy, all you have to do is say so. You can let your room steward know, hey, I'm not into all this paper stuff. I'm good with everything electronically. No need to ever put it in my cabin, and you won't get one. It's really that easy. It's that simple. But you can't assume that just because you don't want it, you prefer the electronic version, that everybody else feels exactly the same. Now, of course, as we get closer and we start our countdown to Christmas and we start our countdown to Christmas decorations, holiday decorations being put on board cruise ships for everybody to enjoy, you know, the comments have got to start about how this should not happen. This is wrong. Everybody doesn't like it. And it should be all taken away for everybody. Of course, you know, the option just don't cruise if you don't like it, that doesn't work for them. They want a cruise. They just expect it to be gone and nobody enjoy it. And well, when that happens, you end up with this. Let's be honest, John Heald. Christmas is a fake pagan festival. Are you a pagan then? Christmas is not appreciated by everyone. Why are we not taken into consideration? Carnival would sell more cruises at this time of year if the ships did not throw this false holiday in our faces. Many people do not cruise at Christmas because of this. All right, so Carnival would sell more cruises over the holidays if they didn't put up Christmas decorations. I mean, they're already sold out, so how exactly many more cruises could you possibly sell on ships that are already sailing at full capacity? I'm wondering. Help me make that math work. And if people choose not to cruise because of Christmas decorations, well, that's their choice. They don't have to cruise over Christmas. They can cruise of the other, what, 10 months out of the year that they're not decorated for Christmas. But to come on and say, why are we not considered when you're the minority? Should all of the decorations really be taken off the ship because a handful of people don't want them there? No one makes you look at them. No one makes you participate in anything if you do cruise during that time of year. So why does everybody else need to suffer over your choice, your thoughts, and the way you feel when you can simply not go? I mean, do you write comments to all of the theme parks who decorate for the holidays? Do you write to the grocery stores, retail outlets, and all the other places that decorate for the holidays every single year? I mean, where do you draw the line? Should everybody just stop to suit the minority? I mean, I get where that seems to be the thought process of some people today. That's like, hey, we're the few, we're the tiny percentage out of everybody else on the planet, but you should be catering to us and ignoring everybody else. That just doesn't make sense to me, not when you have other options. Now we're going to talk about spreading ashes at sea. And of course, this for some folks is a solemn event, it's a sad event. It's a private moment where you spread the ashes of your loved one out to sea because they loved cruising, loved the ocean, whatever the reason may be. And a lot of cruise lines do this. You prearrange it with the cruise line. They usually will take you down to a private deck, like a crew deck, towards the back of the ship. And there's some things you got to have, biodegradable containers, things like that. You're given the opportunity to have a moment, spread the ashes, kind of have like your little personal little ceremony there. But it's not a formal ceremony put together by the cruise line. It's a more of a personal type situation. Whoever happens to be on the ship there with you, and of course, the crew member that escorts you down and back up because you are going to go very possibly through some crew areas. They just don't do this in the public areas on the back of the cruise ship where everybody's there gawking and looking at you. Now, this is a nice thing the cruise lines do. This is not something they have to do. This is not something they are required to do. This is done out of courtesy and respect. And so I guess it doesn't meet your expectations, you write in a comment like this. We had an ashes scattering for our mom. You arranged this with people on Breeze. It was an okay service. The things that were missing: no music system so we could play mom's favorite song. No captain in attendance. Surprised by that. No preacher. These are things that would have made this ceremony more special. Perhaps you guys should start charging a fee if you need to cover for any expenses. But right now, this ceremony from Carnival is empty. So again, this is not a ceremony that the cruise line provides. It's a personal opportunity that they will allow you to do. Got to kind of differentiate between those two. This is not the same. This is not, like a wedding ceremony or something that the cruise line does. This is something the cruise line allows you to do. And again, you're taken to a little crew area, crew deck where you have access to the water. So, yeah, there's not going to be a music system installed there. The captain may just not be available to come down every single time this happens. I mean, he does kind of have a cruise ship to run. Cruise lines don't keep preachers, priests, rabbis on board the ship. They're just not there. If you want that, you provide that. If you wanted to play your favorite song, why didn't you pull out your cell phone, put it on speaker, and have that favorite song queued up? Why again was it the cruise line's responsibility to provide a ceremony for you? I think some people get a little confused by, some of the things you're allowed to do and then expect the cruise line to be like, oh, well, we're going to do this, and this, and this for you. We got it. And maybe charging an extra fee for something more elaborate, maybe that is something people would be interested in. I honestly don't know. You guys will have to let me know in the comments below. Is that something people would be interested in? Would they want to pay an extra fee to have a actual paid for ceremony during these types of events. You guys will have to let me know about that. All I can say is the majority of the time when people suggest increasing fees, that's usually not the most popular choice. And finally, let's end today's show with a little bit of a laugh because look, this comment it's hilarious if you take it in the context that it's in. Because while I could completely understand that you find out that your cruise line has banned all chargers and all forms of power strips prior to your cruise and you have to charge your electronic items, well, I could see where that could possibly make you upset. I could possibly see where that would just make you angry. Of course, I mean, this would have to be real before I got angry, but in this case, the comment came before the reality, I guess. Very infrequently do I get as angry as I am today. Carnival Cruise Line have banned us from bringing on power strips and chargers. Really? There has been no warning. I would have not known this if I had not seen an Instagram video from blank. Carnival has given us no advance warning. I am driving tomorrow from Wilmington, Delaware to Norfolk to get on the Sunshine. I am angry enough to cancel this cruise and take the hit. Why doesn't Carnival do like blank are doing and provide a standardized power strip in each stateroom that is acceptable to the cruise line with 4 charging units and USB outlets? We have 4 devices needed charging each night. This is farcical. All right, now let's break all this down. They're just not as angry as they are right now because Carnival Cruise Line has banned them from bringing on power strips and chargers. Carnival provided no warning. They didn't let them know in advance, hey, this isn't going to be allowed to be brought on your cruise ship. I mean, who wouldn't get mad at that, right? And thank God they saw a video on Instagram to let them know of this change ahead of time. And they are so mad. They are so mad they are going to cancel their cruise. They're willing to cancel their cruise and just take the financial hit. And I wonder if they canceled their cruise or not. Because now just imagine this. You're so angry, you're so mad over an Instagram video that you saw about this change in cruise policy. So angry that you cancel your cruise, you lose your money, that ship sails off without you, only to find out that all of this is BS. Complete bullshit. Do you want to know why there was no warning? Do you want to know why Carnival didn't tell you ahead of time? Because that Instagram video was fake, was wrong, was not real, and held no truth. At the end of the day, you watched some BS on the internet, believed every word that came out of their mouth, did no research, did no checking, let your blood boil, got mad, may have canceled your cruise and not driven down to get on your ship, only to find out it wasn't right and it never occurred and Carnival had no idea what you were talking about. I can only imagine that had hypothetically this person canceled their cruise, found out it was BS, do you think they would have called Carnival Cruise Lines and demanded a refund and demanded future cruise credit because they felt they were lied to, even though it had nothing to do with the cruise line? Do you think that might have happened? Let me know in the comments below. And that is going to be our video for this week and what every cruiser wants. You guys let me know in the comments below. Are these people right? Are these people wrong? Are they speaking for everybody out there? Do they know what needs to change in cruising? Now, if you've enjoyed today's video, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and hit subscribe. It is free to do so. Helps our channel grow. Let you know anytime we put out a new video. Hope everyone out there is having a really great day. And like always, we will see you out on the high seas.